Island Turtle. This is BOMISpirit. Welcome to your monthly intuitive messages for Aries. Whether you have Aries in your chart, it's Aries season because these are timeless in general. Well, we are actually in Aries season right now. Or you just felt like you had to watch this. You just were drawn to come here. This is part one. There is going to be a part two if you are resonating with this and you want to go deeper. The links are below for part two on Vimeo and Patreon. And again, they are listed below as well. Don't forget to check out the website. We'd still have room in the June North Carolina Medicine of Your Voice gathering. It's 4 days, 3 nights, hosted by me and Ashley Jagmohan, who was also on Island Turtle Talk episode a little bit ways back. And yeah, it's going to be epic and amazing. We're going to do ceremony every day. There's going to be shamanic drumming, tea ceremony, voice activations, that sort of deal. So we're very excited for that. And there's also still available, I'm speaking so weird right now tonight, so just bear with me. We still also have the 2024 moon calendar and astrology calendars available too, linked below. Okay, Aries, I want to get to you. Let's talk. So I had some interesting things come through. Dragons, for sure. Lots of dragons. Lots and lots of dragons. Someone works with dragons. You could work with dragons. Someone you know could work with dragons. They also showed me the Two of Cups. And I was like, interesting. That's a very interesting card for them to show me because my team shows me like cards, before I get into the reading. And suddenly I just wanted to cry. And I was like, what is this? It almost had that feeling of like, almost like the effect a Scorpio has, actually, is how I would say. Like, Scorpios, like, they can get in there with their venom, with their words, and then just like, right? They can like get to the heart of you and just like show you and like, blah, there it is. I don't know if you're making someone cry, but it's like, and that's the feeling I had. It was like being yelled at, or like having like such a harsh truth, like being thrown out there that like it like makes someone cry, or even just like the vulnerability of just like so much pain like coming up to the surface and and then crying. But like they showed me the Two of Cups. They wanted me to be very clear on the notion that there is a Two of Cups energy involved in this, that it's not just about you. So we are in that kind of period of time where there's stuff happening a lot in relationships. So Aries, is going to be a very interesting reading. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with the Energy Oracle deck. All the decks that I use are linked below for convenience. Aries, yeah, I'm getting strong Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is, it just feels like heated words or very painfully truthful words. Maybe go. Any messages or insights for Aries? Any messages or insights for Aries, please, regarding this spread? It could even be like, hey, you hurt me, and then it's like, right, and just being very like intense with that emotion. Am I taking these? No. Okay, yeah, that's kind of a lot. All right, but we do have Attachment and Strength card coming out here. Angel of Strength specifically. 2 5s, by the way. Interesting. I did what did I do before you? Aquarius. And Aquarius had 2 3 cards come out, and you have 2 5s. So 5s are your number for the night. Attachment is my 5 of Cups energy in this deck, but attachment is attachment, right? It's being bonded or bound, thank you, being bound to emotional weight. But then Angel of Strength coming in right after it. It's interesting because Angel of Strength, I find, like the Strength card, it's about like balancing our inner primal selves, and sometimes even mustering up the courage and bravery from that place within ourselves. Is that what I'm feeling? Because I almost feel like, I guess it is bravery. I feel like it's being driven by the attachment though. So there's something kind of, I don't want to say distorted about it, but to be honest, it's kind of what I'm feeling. It's like old grudges, old pain, old trauma, old wounds driving behavior, but like behavior that is like ferocious. I'm just wondering how this is like being delivered. There we go. I'm wondering how this energy is being delivered. I can feel how it's being harnessed. It's really, really deep pain coming to the surface and bringing motivation with it, because that's also what anger does sometimes, bringing motivation to talk about it or to say something or to highlight it in some way. But the execution of it and how it's going to land with another person is, we'll see. All right. Any other messages or insights for Aries? Ooh. Okay. Healer of Ages. We like that card is here. We also have, financial constraints. Another 5 card for me. So you have 5 and 50, both 5s numerologically. 51, a 5 that's involved in that, but it breaks down to a 6. And then we have 13, which is a 4. 13 is a very powerful number. Yeah, Aries, I can see how this can be very beneficial for closure, for like literally for resolution and healing purposes. Like when we shed light on something that makes us hurt or has brought us pain and we share it with the person who caused that or share it with somebody, right? That can bring healing and that can be really good. I just can't shake this feeling that the actual encounter or delivery like is almost too primal, like to the point where it might be doing some damage. But Healer of Ages with financial constraints. This is my 5 of Pentacles card, or a 5 of Pentacles card for me in this deck. So you have 5 of Cups essentially, and 5 of Pentacles, and the Strength card. I feel like the objective that's part of the like going and saying this or talking about this, and keep in mind it can be you speaking or someone else speaking to you, right? So take it as it resonates. But it feels like it's coming from a place of, I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't want to suffer with this anymore. And it seems like the justification is, I don't want to suffer, so I'm going to go and talk about it. But I'm wondering if it's like really deep down, if it's more, I don't want to suffer, so I'm going to make them suffer. You know, it's got a little flavor to that. I'm not saying that that's the case for all of you. And again, this could be someone coming to you with shit. It doesn't have to be you going to somebody with anything, right? Yeah, it's just something about it I'm not loving. Let's go ahead and see what other cards want to come out here. Some of you could feel like someone abandoned you. Anything else for Aries? Also, keep in mind, because we have the eclipse in Aries, Mercury retrograde in Aries, and it's Aries season, this is also much more collective as well. So if you came here and you're like, I have no Aries in my chart, but I'm resonating, right? Yeah, I like the energy in this read is making me feel very sassy. I'm like, feel very sassy. Yeah, all tied up. Yeah, Aries, I have to speak of this as if this is you, okay? So if you know it's not, then you know it's not. If you know it's someone else's energy, then you know it's someone else's energy. But for the sake of the read, I gotta speak on what I feel. Another 5, by the way, 23, break it down to 5. All tied up is like an 8 of Swords energy. I keep picking up, this is the energy of someone who doesn't want to suffer anymore, and they kind of want to spread it around. Or they at least want to go to the person that caused it or is a part of it or knows of it in some way, shape, or form and be like, hey, here's the truth. Here's how I'm feeling. And here's what's not okay about it. Nothing wrong with being honest. Nothing wrong with wanting to talk about issues or conflicts you're having with another person. That is healthy. That's healthy. If this is you and you're like revved up to go tear someone's head off, I would really evaluate your intentions there, is all I'm saying. Nothing wrong with being primal. We are human. Nothing wrong with wanting to talk about it. But really just know why you're really, I almost heard lion's den, why you're really going into the lion's den. Maybe don't have a Leo. Could have Leo in your chart. On the bottom, we have garden in the gate. Aquarius had this as well, but this is, do I leave the garden? Do I go beyond the gate? And do I venture off, or do I play it safe? I feel like, Aries, this is something you've been sitting with for a while and you don't want to sit with it anymore. And I think you're leaping over the gate. I think you're leaping over the gate to go and talk to someone about this. It's a very interesting reading. Let's go ahead and pull some animal cards here. from the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. I keep getting whatever words are spoken here. This is a very specific reading. I'm like dying to know who this is for. The words that are going to be spoken here will bring tears. That honestly, that's what I keep getting, and that's what I keep feeling. So looking at attachment first. Okay. Yeah. I understand your pain. I understand your anger. I do. I just heard, I don't want to hold on to this anymore. I don't want to carry this around anymore. Why am I carrying this around? I'm hearing things like that. Tell me about attachment. Ooh. Like we need a confirmation that you're upset and you want to get it out. Panther. This is my card of catharsis. This is my card of release, powerful expression. You're going to let someone know how you're feeling. There is no doubt about it. How it's delivered is a whole other question. Tell me about Angel of Strength for Aries. Yeah, this feels more like a dare. This feels like more like a dare energy. Now, again, it could definitely be like you just have the confidence to go in and have this talk or to divulge this or share this. But I feel more like your inner animal, your inner shadow. Your shadow is like, do it. Do it. We gotta go do it. We gotta go do it. Tell me about Angel of Strength for Aries. Interesting. Not what I would have expected. Elk. You feel like it's actually the integral thing to do. And again, I can see the logic, right? I can see it, especially with the Healer of Ages being right there. It's like this will bring balance and resolution to this issue. This will liberate me from this pain. This will liberate me from this anger. I need to do this because it's the right thing. I can absolutely see though that there are going to be some people where that is where like you do want to come from, and then something just takes over. But that's to be human. That is to be human. Tell me about Healer of Ages. Oh, sorry, I didn't explain the elk. For those who don't know. So this is Divine Masculine Principle in this deck. So it's like the perfect parent, perfect partner, not perfect, ultimate, well, desired, highly preferred. It's probably a better way to say that. Highly preferred, very mature, very reliable, always holds it down. Okay, Healer of Ages, please. Oh, we got the otter. You guys know I love the otter. For those who don't know, I love the otter. This is 6 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Lovers energy. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, by the way. Really, really does help the channel and the video, so I appreciate that. But the otter with Healer of Ages, I'm just getting big heart energy, man. I'm getting big heart energy. This definitely involves some kind of connection. It can be a friendship, a family member. It can be a love interest. Doesn't have to be romantic. But this is involving someone that has the ability to touch your heart and soul, and probably already has. Okay. There's a piece of you here that wants healing, that wants things to be okay. But I can also feel how much anger you have. I can feel how much pain you have. Now keep in mind, it doesn't have to be you. It can be the other person that you're dealing with, and maybe they're the ones who are going to come speak to you. Tell me about financial constraints. The 5s in this reading are insane. Tell me about financial constraints, please. Oh, we got Mr. Peacock. Y'all know how I feel about the peacock. In this deck, she speaks of the peacock. The creator of this deck speaks of the peacock as a beauty card, one of beauty and one of grace and all of that, which I think is great. I don't really feel that when the peacock comes out. I always feel a little bit of a masking energy. And then we have the oyster coming out with it, which is saying that there is something about the situation that is like closed off or even hidden away or protected. They said not protected with financial constraints here. Yeah, Aries, I just keep feeling like you've been really hiding how much pain you have about this. That's why the peacock is here, right? Peacock is, look at my pretty mesmerizing feathers. Look over here, over here, over here. Don't look over there. Don't look at the oyster. Don't look at what's behind the oyster. Financial constraints. Some of you may have been trying to play it cool. Some of you maybe just didn't want all your business out there. But the truth is that you have pain here. And I keep feeling like abandonment. I keep feeling abandonment, abandonment, abandonment. Some of you could literally be having financial issues, but I don't feel that. I feel this feeling of I was left high and dry. That's what I'm feeling here. All right, we're going to look at all tied up. Every time I tune into like the attachment, tied up, this feeling of weight, it has this feeling of like you have like an anchor like around your ankles, and it's like it's been holding you down in a certain position or a certain emotional level or energy. It's like, it's like it's been holding you back or holding you down, weighing you down. And there's this feeling of this is not fair because this wasn't just about me. That's how it's coming through. This isn't fair. It wasn't just about me. Interesting. I wasn't the only one here. I wasn't the only one involved here. Why am I carrying all the weight if I was not the only one? If I was not the only one involved? Very specific. Very specific. Tell me about all tied up for Aries, please. This can even be about a work situation. And maybe you were gypped money-wise. Ooh, we love the vulture. All tied up with vulture. Vulture is death magic, scorpionic energy. Vultures are amazing. They are the garbage disposals of the ecosystem. We love the vultures. But it's time to unleash yourself from the anchor. It's time. It's time to let the vulture come in and eat away the chains around your ankles that are attached to this anchor. Some of you may have been staying stuck for a while, maybe even a long time. Some of you maybe this has been going on for a couple years. Who knows, right? You'll know more than I would for your specific situation. But however long it's been going on, there's something about this recent period of time that you are reaching your limit and saying no more. But also in saying no more, it's this feeling of, well, what am I going to do about it to be free of this? I keep feeling like you're going to go rip someone's head off. I keep feeling that. Or just tell someone what's what. That's just what I keep feeling. Let's see what other animals want to come out here for you guys, and then we will move on. Anything else for Aries? I'm getting interesting things. Everyone has a stake in it. Everyone had a stake in it. Yeah, again, being brought back to that same message of like, why was I left holding the anchor in the bag of shit if everyone had a stake in this? Maybe you're dealing with a group of people, especially if this was like a work situation. Overall, we have Dolphin, the card of the healer, the card of play, sensuality, sexuality. I'm getting it's much more about healing than anything. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Dolphin, moth, and cheetah. You're gonna get your balance. You're gonna get your healing one way or another, and it feels like you're taking matters into your own hands to make it happen and do it. Very, very masculine energy, which again you do have here with the elk. And I do think this starts off with good intentions. And I'm not saying it doesn't end well. I'm not saying that at all. I just want to be clear as to what I'm picking up on, that there is definitely at least some people who are resonating with this who do want to tear someone's head off, and will. And there will be tears, probably the other person's. Some of you, this could absolutely end in a peaceful manner. There will be resolution because you're not continuing on without resolution. There's no way. There's absolutely no way you're going to continue on without resolution, without healing, without being free of this, because you're done. Some of you are going to talk to someone that you never thought you'd ever speak to again to make sure that you're free of this. Intense reading. Okay. I'm going to continue on with some tarot in part 2. If this is where we depart, I hope this has been supportive for you. And if you're going to continue on with me in part 2, I will see you soon, okay? All right, Aries. Take care. Have a good night. Namaste.